Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for July 8th, 2022. So because of the Monday holiday, the 4th of July weekend, we've got a somewhat light new arrival, primarily because we lost a day of shipping, UPS, FedEx, the post office. So a lot of the stuff that would normally be shown today is actually not coming until either later on today or tomorrow. So look for a lot of things to be added to the website over the week and look for a lot more things to be shown next week. First, I will start off with the pre-order news, which actually this week, there's some major announcements. First, for Blue Note, we've got two new classics coming out, so that means they're all analog, cut by Kevin Gray from the original master tape, but in the more basic sleeve. Wayne Shorter's Adam's Apple and Larry Young's Unity. Both come out August 19th. The big one, and this is something that has been popping around online for 4 years because it is the 2018, I believe, remix of Animals. Animals is one of those records that I didn't really realize at the time had a pretty bad sound to it until I did my Animals Shootout video. It's always been one of my favorite Animals records, and until you're really listening for sound quality, you don't really notice it because parts of it sound good and then parts of the album, certain instruments just sound distorted and wrong. Part of the reason I'm guessing they did a remix is because they probably felt the same way. So now this comes out every different way. Well, 4 different ways. First is going to be a box set. The box set is going to be LP, the remix LP, a CD, remix CD, the DVD with a high-res stereo and a high-res 5.1 mix on it. Also, there's going to be a high-res original mix on it as well. So that is on the box set. There's going to be a standard LP, and then there's going to be a Blu-ray. Then there's going to be an Analog Productions exclusive, but we carry all Analog Productions titles, so that's going to be an SACD. So we've got Blu-ray, SACD, LP, and then the digital LP box set. Everything except for the box set comes out September 16th. The box set's a little later. That comes out October 7th, but all of them are now available for pre-order on the website. I'm looking forward to this. This, I believe, is going to sound really good. I feel like this is going to be a huge upgrade. So I've been looking forward to this for years. And I was looking forward to it because of the 5.1 mix. But after doing that Animal Shootout, knowing that this was kind of percolating on the horizon, you know, there was a lot of internal squabbling. Roger Waters came out online on his YouTube channel and complained that him and David Gilmour were going back and forth arguing about liner notes and who gets credit for what and, you know, drama. Tool, Fear and Inoculum. We don't need the rest of the Tool catalog. We're going to get another version of Fear and Inoculum. So this is a standard 3 LP version. So we can say this about Tool. They're not stupid when it comes to marketing because they put this big box set out, right? Everybody goes crazy for it, buys the box set. And now we're getting the cheaper 3 LP version. That comes out August 5th. Here's a title that sells really well, but it's only been available as an import for as long as I've had the store, and that's Moby's Play. Yeah, always have sold that record really well. I don't know if it's because it's hard to get. Most people don't carry it, and I have via import. But now it's getting a standard domestic reissue that comes out August 26th. Okay, so I showed you guys did a video on the Saturday night in San Francisco. Last video I uploaded. I have my entire order coming this week, and I left that copy at home. Because I wanted to have it to do that review, I asked them if they could, you know, because normally the big orders like that one come via freight, which take forever. But I asked them if they could just send that one, you know, expedited this way I had it. So I got the one copy, which I left at home, so I can't even show you. But starting the day you're watching this video, they're going to all ship out, and I've got it available on the website as of now. From Impex, I mean, check out that review. It's a dynamite record. Had a ton of fun doing the video. I had a ton of fun listening to it. Impex is one of my absolute favorite labels. Again, although they're not big, they only have about a dozen titles. Everything in the catalog is unbelievable, stellar, all around. Jacket, resealable sleeve it comes with, tchotchkes, what you get in it, the vinyl's all pressed at RTI. Typically they use Bernie Grundman or Kevin Gray. I mean, it's top-notch product. If you have any of their titles, you know what I'm talking about. If you've been watching my channel long enough, you probably have some of their titles because I rave about them as a label all the time. Also, there's another title that's going to be put out midday today, and that is going to be the Impex Monk title. So midday, Thursday, 2-3 o'clock Arizona time. Generally, I'll have that pallet and I'll have it received. So yeah, I'll have that as well from them. Again, normally because of the holiday, I'd be showing you that today, but we lost today. Don't forget as well, I've done a little bit of it, but we're doing ultrasonic cleaning now. So any new records you purchase from us, essentially, you have the option of adding an ultrasonic cleaning. If it is a 1-disc set, you add 1. If it's a 2-disc set, you add 2. You can read it, the description and what that entails. Typically below all the items, there's a link for that. It's been pretty successful. So essentially what I'll do is I'll visually inspect it. If there's something wrong with the record, I won't send it to you. I'll grab another one off the shelf, and it has happened a few times. And I'll ultrasonically clean it, put it in a true Japanese resealable sleeve, a mobile Fidelity inner sleeve, store it on the back, exactly like, this is my used records, so this is not quite the same, but I'll give you an idea. So this is stored in a Japanese sleeve, not the MoFi sleeve, but for you, for that service, I do them exactly the same way I would do it at my house. So yeah, it's been kind of somewhat eye-opening because the amount of records I've opened, and a lot of people are choosing to do it on stuff that I wouldn't buy. I'm not buying modern hip-hop records or metal records or stuff of that nature. And man, a lot of those are just coming out of the packaging just like absolutely caked in dirt. And I'm thinking to myself, it's an $8 service. As I'm pulling these things out and I'm looking at, the snow that's upon these records, I'm thinking to myself, boy, what if these people, I'm guessing they do because that's the reason they buy it, but thinking to myself, I wonder if these people realize how good of a deal this is buying this service, because this is going to sound like crap. If you play that record, it's not only does it have all that dust on it, but a lot of those paper sleeves just have the dust ground into, the record itself in a lot of cases comes out, and you guys know, but comes out looking like a foggy color because there's so much dirt in it. So yeah, let's start here. Mobile Fidelity. Mark Knopfler's soundtrack, his very first album, soundtrack album, Local Hero. I believe this came out 1983, so what is this, 38 years old. This is a single disc, 33 RPM. It is nice. They do still make 33 RPM records. Not everything is a one-step. It's been unfortunate because, and I've said this many times, the one-steps are profitable, very profitable, I would imagine, because of the price point. I don't obviously know, but you would think a more expensive SKU would be more profitable than a less expensive SKU. So they focused on those. Obviously, I believe that's going to change with their plant, but it is nice to see the standard 33 and 45 RPM starting to make their way back. We're seeing more of them lately. Alan Parsons was last week, and this is this week. So I was actually, I talked about this on the channel in the past too. UPS destroyed a huge quantity of my Alan Parsons orders, so some people didn't get their order fulfilled. I actually have the rest of those on my way. So everybody is going to have their Alan Parsons order fulfilled. Some restocks that have been awaiting repress for 1 to 2 years. We finally have them in. Radiohead, the Bends. It's amazing how their entire catalog went out of print for, 2 years? Bizarre, no clue. Similar to the Smashing Pumpkins. But yeah. How about a Radiohead adjacent record, The Smile? It's got Tom York and Johnny Greenwood. This is limited edition yellow vinyl, kind of chill. Listen to this today. Not really my cup of tea, but kind of just a chill Radiohead-ish type of listen. And probably the best of the restocks, In Rainbows. And the only Radiohead record that I've seen in the last couple of years. I mean, last week I think we got Hail to the Thief, but this got this was new, a year ago? But we finally got this back in stock. This is Kid A Mencia. This is the, I believe, standard black vinyl. So, double disc, what is it, trifold cover? Yeah, trifold cover. Yeah, that works. Okay, Why did they put this in print? I don't know. Why did I order it? Well, every time I get the record, it sells. And the record itself is not relatively... I mean, the record, I want to say, is probably close to this price anyways. So I thought, let me order a couple of these. I'm not going to go obnoxious, but this is probably going to sell. But Liza Minnelli, live in New York, 1979. This is like one of those records that kind of like The Sound of Music. There was decades where this wouldn't sell, and now it's just creeping up in price. Double disc. You're invited to the first vinyl reissue of the soundtrack to the classic 1997 rom-com. Black and white, streaks, tuxedo pressing. I love Julia Roberts. She is probably my all-time favorite. But yeah, not a bad movie. No Pretty Woman, A Runaway Bride, but good. Faster Pussycat. What is this called? Whipped. Limited to 2,000 copies on milky clear whipped cream vinyl pressing. 1992 release featuring Nonstop to Nowhere. This will sell like gangbusters in a store. Don't know how it'll do online. But the new Tyler the Creator. Call Me If You Get Lost. I should dig that cover. That's pretty cool, artwork-wise. Okay, so I told you guys last week, if I didn't have these right away, don't panic. I've got tons more coming. And now I got them finally all to show you, and I got a restock, because the ones I showed you last week are sold out. So the Ennio Morricone. So this is a 5-disc set, essentially. So this is, all of these are limited edition to 1,500 copies. They're really nice, done by Music on Vinyl. You know, they got the spot gloss covers. This particular one has glitter. So I'll say it one more time. Go ahead and leave me comments disagreeing now. Ennio Morricone, I think he's the second greatest film composer of all time, behind John Williams. And I'll reiterate my case one more time, for the 10th time. If it had not been for The Empire Strikes Back, I would probably consider him the greatest of all time. But the greatest film score of all time is Empire Strikes Back. And yeah, because he did it, that makes him the greatest. See where I'm going with that logic there? But Ennio stuff is just absolutely dynamite. So this whole series is really good, and they're all themes. So here is the Passion theme, right? So Passion theme, 1,500 copies on Passion red and white marbled vinyl. All right, so the theme here is obviously the slasher movies. So this is on bloody and black marbled vinyl, limited to 1,500. This is got forbidden photos of a lady above suspicion and short night of glass dolls. Includes movie poster images, booklet, liner notes. Part of the Ennio Morricone Themes collection. This is number 556. So kind of cool. So this doesn't have the spot gloss. This has a foiled cover. Then I think the best, because what he's most known for, I mean in the United States anywhere, are his spaghetti westerns. And this has, you know, a lot of the stuff from the Dollars trilogy. So if I was going to say the greatest songs of all time in movies, again, John Williams has a ton of just instantly recognizable thing. I think part of the reason, too, I picked John Williams is because he's responsible for scoring, like, some of the absolute biggest blockbuster all-time greatest movies, right? And, you know, although the Dollars trilogy is like legendary, they're not multi-billion-dollar blockbusters. But I would say The Imperial Death March is probably the best cinematic piece of movie score of all time. And then I would say The Ecstasy of Gold, which is on this, would be number 2. Fantastic. So here we've got some gold, so we've got some foiling, the bullet and the gun. Again, limited to 1,500 on, what do we got here? Red and silver marbled vinyl. Okay, I'm going on in this. This is actually probably my second favorite one. This is lounge music. So again, they're all pertaining to different types of movies he scored. Lounges on Mediterranean blue marbled vinyl. And then we've got Psycho. So this has, what's going on here? We got some spot gloss on this. And then we've got Psycho. Number to 1500 on Dark Clouds colored vinyl. All right, we had a pre-order for this, finally in. Actually, it comes out this week, but you know. Deal. This is the 2022 remix and includes bonus tracks. Features a newly commissioned cover, painting, and etching. Oh yeah, I see what's going on there. To Holy Diver, a record that should have been in print for like years now and has not been. I want to say the used copy, this is like approaching $100 for a real clean copy. But yeah, a double. Okay, 2 new Who titles from Abbey Road, Half Speed Masters. So the first one, I got literally probably enough to cover my pre-orders, which is Tommy, because luckily for me, they packed them in boxes that allowed them to get destroyed, most of them, which is common with this particular label. So a huge chunk, which I would have had for sale, sitting in the back and in bits and pieces. You know, seam splits, corner dings. You know, we don't ship that kind of stuff. So I've got a huge quantity of these coming in like 2 or 3 days. So I'll have a restock. You can put a restock notification just in a couple of days. But bizarrely enough, like these all got destroyed. And I've got tons of copies of the Who sellout. Like I would have rather this because it's the best Who album. But yeah, enough for the pre-orders. I guess luckily, if anything I didn't want to get damaged this week, it would have been this. Cake's Fashion Nugget. This is on black vinyl. So I am showing you this just to let you know that if you pre-ordered it, everybody's going to get one. And when all is said and done, I'm going to have, I think, 1 copy extra. And I think there's a local of mine here in town that wasn't able to get a copy, who asked me, and I'm probably just going to hold that spare random copy for him. So I'm showing it. We got it. You're going to get yours. There's going to be none extra. Why they didn't make more of these than they did, I have no idea. But I actually got a Cake box set from Record Store Day years and years and years ago for like obscene amount of money on the website for trade-in. Or, you know, that was traded in. Traded in a couple of good box sets. Doors Infinite box set, the Cake box set. But yeah. What do we got here? Prong. Music on vinyl. Cleansing. Not numbered. Let's see, various artists. Give Me the Funk. The best funky flavored music, volume 2. James Bay, the new album, Leap. Oh, you know what? I got SACDs from Mobile Fidelity this week as well. Normally I show those right up the top, and I didn't this week. The Young Rascals, Groovin'. These are numbered to 2500. This has been out forever, but finally got the remaining quantity of them, I guess, floating through the system. The Morning After, Jay Giles Band. Electrolyte Orchestra's El Dorado. I think I still got this on Super Vinyl as well. And to go with the vinyl, we've got the SACD of Mark Knopfler's Local Hero. That's numbered to 2500. Loop Digga. Madlib's Medicine Show. This is a indie exclusive, probably one of these Record Store Day Essential titles from the look of it. Wano Apes. Cool cover. Planet of the Apes. Rare Apes. I like that matte cover with the foil. First time on vinyl. Limited to 1,000 copies on silver and black marbled vinyl. This is number 442. Aretha Franklin, a tribute to Diana Washington. Unforgettable. Music on vinyl. Speaker's Corner actually does a Dynamite, I wouldn't say Dynamite, but they do a version of this as well. Probably be the choice I would go with over that. The Dropkick Murphys, Turn Up the Dial. We've got a limited edition America Highway on, what is this? White colored vinyl, numbered to 1500. It's 1042. What's going on here? Remy Wolf, the debut album on orange vinyl. What are we thinking here? She put her dog on the back cover? Is that what that is? That would make sense to me. Who knows? Okay, so like I ordered a few of these, not an obscene amount, because I'm thinking to myself, that's a lot of money for, you gotta be, I don't know how many really deep in the woods Wishbone Ash fans there are out there, but this is a massive live recording box set, 1976 to 1980. So we've got 5 concerts on here. Tokyo 76, Edinburgh 1976, London 77, Bournemouth 1978, and Guildford 1980. And from the weight of it, this is a chunk of vinyl in here. But yeah, for the die-hard Wishbone Ash collectors. Again, all this stuff can be purchased online at the website at theingroove.com. Until next time.